Yeah, the England squad for the second Exiles game this year will be Carl Ablett, Ryan Atkins, Tom Briscoe, Danny Brough, Jody Broughton, Rob Burrow, Gareth Carvell, Josh Charnley, El Crabtree, Leroy Cudjoe, Gareth Hock, Jamie Jones Buchanan, Johnny Lomax, Lee Mossop, Stephen Ratchford, James Roby, Matty Smith, Danny Tickle and John Wilkin.
We should start with the fact that the England captain, or former England captain, announced his retirement from the international game this morning. You know, what a servant to the game and what an ambassador for the sport.
I agree completely. You know, he's been, I think, the ultimate warrior as we've described him in terms of his performances in an England jersey, in a Great Britain jersey over a number of years. It'll be a big loss, a big hole to fill, but the time is right for JP and for ourselves, and you know, I'm sure he's going to play a really important part of our whole England programme going forward towards the World Cup and beyond anyway. So we won't lose him completely, but you know, it's time for us to move on and look at some new personnel leading into the World Cup campaign.
And the search for a new captain begins. Do you name a temporary one, or do you name a long-term one for beginning with this game against the Exiles? Yeah,
I think we'll probably name a temporary one for this game against the Exiles, and we'll go from there. We've got plenty of strong candidates, both in this country and in Australia. But yeah, there's no real rush for that. You know, we've got our plan in place, our programmes in place. The advent of the captaincy will unfold as we progress.
There's obviously some big names who are not going to be involved in this second Exiles match. It's a big opportunity for some of the people who've been included in their places.
It is. You know, I was really pleased with the Exiles 1. You know, the outcome of that game, to get the win, to put in a good performance in difficult circumstances, difficult conditions, was very pleasing for us. And on the back of that, we now want to see him face some new challenges, with a combination of some very experienced players still within our group, but given the opportunity for some of our other personnel, either from our England Knights or from our ETS, the opportunity to play at this level and for us to see how they cope and deal with the sorts of pressures that will be involved at Test match level.
Are you looking forward to having a look at some of the players? You know, because I'm thinking Stephen Ratchford and Matty Smith are going to be great and exciting to have a look at them in a game of this calibre.
I'm excited at looking at all the group. You know, it's a very exciting squad. Potentially, when you look at the combinations that we can put out there with the 19 that we've named, like I said, that real combination of actual, there is some strong experience and older players, but some real raw, you know, unused talent yet at England level, and very exciting to see. You know, the outcome of this game is we want to win this game, full stop. There's no two ways about that. It is what we set out at the start of the campaign. We've done it the way we wanted to do it in round 1, game 1. We want to have a little look at it different slightly for game 2, and we're going to do that.
So into camp on Sunday night and back to work in Leeds and Wakefield, I believe.
Yep, some work to do. We come together Sunday night, like you said, after the last games of the weekend. 2 short practice sessions, that's all we've got, Monday and Tuesday, which is again a challenge for everybody involved, for ourselves and the Exiles, but it's why we've been, you know, in camps and ETS camps and Knights camps and working together for a sustained period of time to give ourselves the very best opportunity of performing when things aren't quite the way you would normally have them for a Super League week.
I was going to say, you know, it's real, this game and this squad you've picked really show what the Knights is all about, and the kind of pathway through to senior level. You know, it would be a strange camp if there was no pathway there and all these were brand new faces to the England fold. It
would, you know, and I've said all along, the Knights programme is essential. It's an absolute essential part of our international development. Those players have been in camp at Loughborough. Some have been with us, some have trained against us, some have not quite had that same exposure, but in reality they're all a little bit more accustomed to what is required to be an England international player. You don't get many games to just feel your way in when you play at international level. You have to be ready to play straight away, and I think these Knights players with their progression through that programme will certainly be ready to play if selected this week.